Hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Hope you're doing well. Surprised I remembered that intro. Good boy. Let's go this way. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been, I think, at least 2 weeks, maybe longer, since I've posted anything, let alone filmed anything. But yeah, I'm still here. I'm still around. We're currently at the Bear Creek, or Bear Lake, just park, I guess. It's a green belt that connects to Bear Lake. The creek runs all the way through this green belt and just makes these little ponds and lakes all over the place. So this is our third or fourth time out here, and it's on the way back from one of Apollo's specialty dog food places that I take him to. So we got off work today, and I have been on the hunt for a particular TREAT for him. Come on, let's go. We barely started. He might have a potty break here pretty quickly. But anyway, so I wanted to snag those for him. And so we were on the way home. I was like, let's stop. And I brought my filming stuff just in case I got, the mood struck me to film something. And I was like, let me film something. It's been a while. Oh, potty break. Okay, sorry about that. We had a little potty pickup. And now we're back on the walk. But yeah, so I've been looking for these, they're called organ-filled tracheas, and I believe they're beef tracheas, raw, and then they stuff them full of hearts and livers and organs and stuff, and they're just super high density nutrients and protein. Frozen sticks, they're about yay long. But Apollo loves them. They're his favorite TREAT of all time. And it's been getting harder and harder to find them. The pet store where I used to live that I first discovered them at, they stopped carrying them because they said that the manufacturer had not mislabeled, but they were having a tough time getting official numbers for like the protein content and nutrient content from the manufacturer, so they decided to stop carrying them. And then the other pet food store that we just started going to, which actually isn't too far from here either, they stopped carrying them because they said that they were starting to receive shipments of tracheas that had freezer burn and just weren't of the highest quality. So I looked up one of the manufacturers, and they carry them at this other pet store that we just got back from, or just left a little bit ago, and they looked fine, very fresh looking. They were actually kind of big compared to the ones that we normally get, so I was happy with that. And the prices were lower at this place. It's more of a big box store, but they have some more specialty stuff, and the prices on everything that they had were $2, $3, $4 less than the other store that I go to. So I was like, oh, we might have found our new place. So of course, I signed up for the rewards and did all the things because we'll most likely be going back there at some point. They don't have his pet food, but they have a lot of the treats. I also got him some frozen fermented pig's feet. He really likes those too. So we stocked up because I'd say it's probably been about a month since he's had those tracheas, because I just haven't been able to find them anywhere. But we got him, so he's gonna be a happy camper tonight. That's usually his after dinner treat. Between dinner and bed, I'll usually give that to him, because since they're frozen solid, it takes him probably a good 10-15 minutes to work through it. But he does, that's for sure. He does work through it. So anyway, so here's Bear Creek right here. So we're gonna cross this bridge, and the trail kind of goes down along the creek, so he'll be able to splash in the water and stuff. It's in the, come on, sweetheart. It's in the 70s today, partly cloudy, which is nice. So good weather. It's a cute dog, huh? That's a cute dogs. Hi. Lots of cute dogs here, huh? So yeah, it's been a minute. Oh, hold on. Oh, look at this puppy. Look at the puppy. He's got a stick. Yeah, it's been a minute. Come on, sweetheart. Let's go. Good boy. Yeah, work has been picking up as far as just the amount of requisitions that we have coming in has picked up. Trying to wrap up a pretty big project. So there's just been a lot going on at work. And I've also been doing a lot of career and just industry events that I've been attending. Some of them during work hours, but a lot of them have been either weekends or evenings. And so it just cuts down on my overall time and energy and willingness to do extra stuff, but it's also been really rewarding and really good. So I've been loving it. It's just kind of changing up my week recently. Come on, over here. He likes this place because the water has these little shallow areas, so he can walk out in the water without going too deep. And that's kind of his favorite, is just getting his little paws going. He doesn't like to swim, but he likes to get a little bit in the water. Good boy. Yeah. He can go back out there. Yeah. Cool off those paws. Cool off those paws. Come on. One more lap. Good boy. This way. This way. Go, go, go. Good boy. Good old sip. Okay, let's roll. Let's go this way. Come on. You don't need to eat all the grass. No, you don't need to eat all that. One thing that I've completely forgot about is springtime. Now we have all this grass growing and all the plants are starting to grow. And I forgot how much of a little grass eater he is. And so I've been reminded of that recently now that the grass is growing again. And I'm like, don't make yourself sick. But I think he's only ever made himself sick like one time where he ate way too much grass. But come on. That's way too much. like now. But yeah, so anyway, hop up. Go, go, go. Good boy. Nice. Oh, we did this last time where I had to crawl under this thing. Let's go over here. Hang out for a little bit. So yeah, I just have to monitor his grass consumption, I guess. But anyway, yeah, work's been picking up, and it's been really awesome to do these extra little events and career things. Don't fall in the water. But, you know, for instance, this past Saturday, I had an event that was like a half-day event. And then I have one coming up here in a couple weeks. That's pretty much right after work until about 8 or 9 o'clock. Hop up. Good boy. Hey, enough. That's way too much grass for this early on. We barely started. Yeah. Hey, stop. Sorry. So yeah, it's been really nice, but at the same time, it's been taking away, like, you know, I get home, get Apollo his walks in and stuff, but it just takes a lot more mental and social energy. Hold on. But yeah, it just takes some more social energy to do a full 9-hour day and then run home, get Apollo a walk, and then head out for some kind of event, or cut my weekend short, or, not have weekend plans or hikes and stuff, so I can do a career event. And once again, it's awesome, but it's just been changing up kind of how my day operates. So yeah, little changes there. In addition to that, the time that I have had, my free time, I've been spending it a lot more with my roommates and just kind of hanging out with them, or going and getting dinner, watching TV, that type of stuff. Then I've also been hanging out with my friend Dom some more. She just got a new puppy. His name is Dune, and I'm sure you might meet him. Come on. Meet him on a future walk or something. But he is about the same age as, well, actually no, he's much younger. So he's almost a year old. So he's a year younger than Apollo, but they've got similar energy. And so we've been hanging out a lot and going on walks together, me, Dom, Apollo, and Dune. And so once again, just haven't really been filming any of that because I'm with a friend, Come on, let's go. So yeah, it's just haven't had a lot of free time where I'm just 100% by myself to film. And then the times that I do have by myself, I've been finding that I just kind of want to put on an audiobook or a podcast and just kind of relax and unwind and not talk anymore, because that's all I do all day. And so my motivation to film has been pretty low over the past few weeks, I'd say. I did film one vlog, just like an update vlog, and it was about 2 hours, but the entire thing was all about skincare. Come on. Yeah, I ended up talking the entire time about skincare, which is where this vlog might lead up to as well, because my interest is continuing to rebuild on that part of my hobbies or things that I like. So we'll talk about it. What do you smell? Oh, you got to go potty again? Hold on, everyone. Okay, sorry, we had a double feature today, which I should have expected. But anyway, so yeah, just haven't felt super motivated to film too much recently as far as like vlogs. I've just been, my personal alone free time has been spent just kind of trying to decompress and unwind and just enjoy the spring, even though it's been super beautiful like this. I mean, this is gorgeous, but we had snow this past weekend, just a few days ago, but it's all melted already. So yeah, snow and sun, typical Colorado spring. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me. Like I said, work's going well. Hanging out with friends and trying to spend more time with Dom and Dune. That way Apollo has a new dog buddy that he can spend some more time with, because Dom, she is driving distance. She's in Golden too. She's driving distance from the house, but I could technically walk there if we wanted to go on a longer walk. But it's much easier for us to both meet halfway, or she drives over to my place, and then we go on our walks from there. And she works from home every day, and I work from home 3 days a week. So we've been actually able to do some lunch walks or some morning walks and stuff, because neither of us are in office on certain days. So that's been really nice too. So just that, I have been trying to go out a little bit more solo on just a meeting new people and potentially dating kind of kind of basis. So that's also taken up some of my social time too, is just trying to get out a little bit more. So yeah, it's just left me with, for whatever reason, vlogs and filming just kind of went to the back burner a little bit, which I think is pretty normal. I know that a lot of content creators kind of ebb and flow if it's not their... Oh, whoa, that's a cool stick. Get it. That's a good one. Nice. Nice. Creating content and stuff, I love it, and I love the group of crafty folks I've kind of built around this channel. So that's still very important to me, and I still want to engage, of course. And this kind of content around diamond painting is about keeping people company. So I like to make sure that I'm, if I can do that, I will. But at the same time, I have to balance, it's just as important, if not more important, to balance stuff off, balance my offline, off internet life is probably, should take priority. I do make some income from content creation from like ad revenue and stuff, but it's definitely not a full-time job or even part-time or semi-part-time. It's just, something fun that I do from time to time, but if other things that are fun pop up, then that's kind of the avenue I'm going to take. So I can never promise to be consistent, unfortunately. I do my best, but but I can't promise to be consistent, nor will I probably ever be. I think content creation and diamond painting in general is another one of my hobbies and my interests, but my interests just fluctuate and go up and down probably more than some other people. And so when I get bored with something, even something where I'm connecting with other people online, or I lose interest or whatever, I tend just to move to another one of my interests or something new, or change focus. So yeah, so and I'm sure if you've been around the channel for a while, you're familiar with that. But if you're fairly new and you're like, what the heck? Anthony hasn't posted in like 2 weeks, and he used to post a few times a week. Yeah, I can't guarantee that I'll be around consistently and around forever. But I'll do my best with trying to make time, I guess. Yeah, just trying to make some time when I can. So yeah, and then on top of that, I got sick. Not last week, but the week before. I was down and out, and I'm still a little congested. Some just coughing up stuff and sneezing here and there. Still trying to clear it all out, I guess. Let's let these folks get in front of us. So you may be able to hear some of that, but yeah, I started getting sick, so that was kind of one of the main reasons why I took a little bit of a break, and then as I was feeling better, I just kept taking a break. But yeah, but it's not to say that things aren't going well. I'm actually doing really well and feeling really good about work, feeling really good about social stuff, and just life stuff in general. So I'm also, not that I only film when things are bad, but I've just been out and about and living life, living my offline life a lot more recently, which I think is a good thing. I think it's a good thing. So let's, Apollo, let's go throw this away, and then we'll get back down to the creek. No, that's a steep drop. There's like a cliff right here, and he almost ran for it. I'm like, sir, you're gonna take a 20-foot tumble, 15-foot tumble. So yeah, but overall, work and life stuff is going very well. No major big stuff or big plans. We have Joe, my roommate / friend Joe, his birthday is this weekend, so we're having a party on Saturday. Also on Saturday and Sunday, there is a gay community event that's taking place this weekend. And so I registered to join in for that. So Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to be meeting up with some other folks in the Denver metro area. Just once again, trying to put myself out there. So I've got that going on this weekend. And then there was something else. Oh, on Saturday as well, my stepdad is in town. Hi, Tom. He watches these videos, I think, from time to time. But my stepdad is in town from Hawaii until Sunday. So on Saturday, we're going to do a lunch at Ambrosia, which is the Asian restaurant there in Greeley that I went to for Christmas with my mom, if you remember that chat. So yeah, intersection of dogs. Come on, let's go this way. Get on this side of me. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Come on. So yeah, I'm gonna go have lunch with them, then go to, then be at Joe's party. And Spencer, my old roommate / landlord, it's his birthday's I think like a week or two from now. So they do a joint birthday, very cute. So they do a joint birthday. So it's gonna actually be at my old house. So I'm gonna stop by there, say hello, make an appearance, hang out for a little bit. And then I am going to a club. I'm going to a nightclub for that event. And then Sunday, they're doing a brunch and a little hangout at the park for this, queer community. It's essentially like gay singles kind of meetup thing. So they're doing something on Sunday, doing brunch and then going to the park. So I'll probably do that as well. That way I can, I'll probably do the brunch, come grab Apollo, and then head over there. So that's kind of weekend plans. Saturday's going to be super busy, but yeah, so that's just kind of an example of how things have been going for me. So just not a lot of time to film. And I was worried at first, the first time it popped into my head, like, oh, you haven't filmed in a while. I was worried that it was going to become a thing where I'm just like beating myself up about it, but I haven't really felt that way. It's been nice to, it's been nice to have a lot more face-to-face engagement and meet some new folks and stuff, in person. Once again, I love the online folks and my crafty pals, and I appreciate you watching my videos and being around. But I also have to weigh the other parts of my life too. I don't know why I feel like I have to explain that. There's probably a lot of people listening that have very robust friends and family and all that stuff too, that they spend plenty of time with. But I don't know, part of me was like, oh, I think I'm starting to feel bad, like I'm neglecting people that, look forward to videos and stuff. But I hope you're okay. And yeah, make sure to leave, as always in the comments, how things are going with you and status updates. It's been a minute. So yeah. And then the other thing that I need to start doing, I said I was going to do it, was start typing some responses to comments. I haven't touched that since we talked about it last time. So that'll be on Thursday evening's docket, is to start responding to emails on Thursday. And it's Tuesday at the time of filming this. So I will try to get to a good chunk of them and try to keep up with that as much as I can. But yeah, other things, I guess that's everything for life stuff. Of course, I've got Cedar Point coming up 5 weeks from now. So I'm gearing up for that. My roommate, Doug, is going to be watching Apollo during that time. So we've got the dog sitter taken care of, got everything booked. I don't know if I kept saying for a while there, oh, we're going to do a whole vlog where we talk about Cedar Point plans. We're just going to probably talk about them today and not make it in the entire vlog, but I'm excited. Apollo, let's go. We're so close to the trash can. As much as I love carrying your poop everywhere, I don't know why every time I walk by somebody that's got a dog on a retractable leash, it stresses me out. They're just not the best idea, especially if someone's just kind of loosely holding it. It freaks me out. I'm like, you have so little control over your dog right now. I know they're very popular, a lot of people use them, but there's a lot of risks associated with those retractable leashes, and I've seen a lot of photos of injuries related to those retractable leashes where someone's wearing shorts or something and it gets wrapped around the leg and the dog's pulling. It's like the most horrible looking rope burn you've ever seen, and it can, especially if it gets wrapped around another dog, if your dog starts playing with another dog while you've got it on the leash. And then I know a lot of people, if they've got a retractable leash, some people, if their dog starts pulling or running, they'll hit that little lock button and jerk their dog back. And there's also been a ton of neck injuries to dogs when their owners hit the little panic button and crank the little pupper's neck back. So that was like one thing I learned when I very first got a dog is do not do retractable leashes. Just a regular old leash and a chest harness is also really good as opposed to just having it around their neck. As long as you're not some people do the neck thing for like training purposes and stuff. And if your dog's trained and just easy going or whatever, then yeah, just a collar with a clip is probably fine. But if you've got a dog that likes to pull, their little neck has to take a lot of abuse. So anyway, PSA. Retractable leashes aren't ideal. So anyway, Cedar Point, let's talk about it. So yeah, I'll be gone June 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, I believe. Yeah, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Nope. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Sorry. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. So, yeah, the Coaster Mania event at Cedar Point is on Friday, the 7th of June. And they haven't released the tickets for that yet, but I check several times a day. I even check sometimes if my alarm wakes me up, I check in the middle of the night too, because they don't announce when they're going to release those tickets. They'll just go up. So I try to check early in the morning and then a couple times throughout the day to see if the tickets have gone live. And I also have been following the marketing manager for Cedar Point. I follow him on Twitter because I've heard in previous years that he'll kind of sneak in a little announcement on Twitter before the tickets go up to let people know that they're going to go live, because they sell out in less than a day usually, from what I hear. So I'm just keeping an eye on that. If I miss it, it's not the end of the world. I will just get another regular park pass for that Friday and just be a normal guest of the park on that day. But in a perfect world, I'll be able to attend that special event because they're doing early and late access to the roller coasters for those groups, and it's all guided, so you get kind of front of the line access. You also get a Q&A with the Cedar Point, C-level, kind of high-level people. So marketing, development, all of that stuff. So you get to do a Q&A session with the Cedar Point team, and then they do a dinner, which is served on a dinner boat kind of thing, and they take you out around the peninsula so you can see Cedar Point from the water on Lake Erie. You do that tour, and then you get to do some late night rides on a few select roller coasters after the park is closed, so the whole place kind of to yourself. So I'm keeping an eye out for those tickets. But yeah, like I said, if I don't get access to that, it's not the end of the world, but I will be a little jealous. So I am just keeping an eye on it. So I get in the night before on Thursday. By the time my plane lands and I get a rental car, which I ended up renting a Tesla something or other. There was some free upgrades available on like Hertz or one of those rental car places to upgrade to a Tesla. And so I was like, ooh, I'm gonna really do it up. So it's like one of the Tesla SUVs. Let's go. I don't know what that is. Let's go. So yeah, I rented that. So I figure I probably won't ever need to charge it, as long as they fully charge them before they hand them out to you. But as long as that's the case, it's you know, if I'll be driving, you know, maybe around 100 miles maybe. It's an hour drive each way from Cleveland to Sandusky and back. So that may be 40 minutes. I don't remember, but it's enough that I won't have to, I don't think I'll have to charge the car unless I try to do some sort of sightseeing or something. But the more I think about it, I doubt I'll have time to do that. Well, we'll get to it. So yeah, I get in on Thursday and then get my rental car. By the time I get the rental car, come on, let's go. By the time I get the rental car and get to Cedar Point, it'll already be around 4-5 o'clock. So I did not get a park ticket for that day because the park closes, I think, at 8 on that day. So I'm like, I'd have like 3 hours to explore the park and to spend the, you know, the $60-$70 just to go in for a few hours didn't really make a lot of sense to me. So I figure that'll give me time to stop on the way there maybe and grab some, you know, just some snacks and any toiletries I need, you know, take it easy on the way there. That'll allow me to check in, and then I can spend the rest of the day walking up and down the beach because it's on a peninsula with a ton of beach. It's right, you know, right on the water there. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. So I'll be able to hang out, walk around the beach, just kind of recoup from the flight, get some good rest. And the hotel that I rented is one of the Cedar Point hotels. It's called Lighthouse Point, and it's connected to the theme park. It's right there. So once I get there and park, I do not need to get back in my car until it's time to go back to the airport if I don't want to. The entrance to the park is literally steps away from where I'll be staying, and I rented one of their cabins, and it's one of their deluxe cabins, and so it's a big cabin. It looks more like a trailer, to be honest, but it's kind of done in like kind of cabin theming. But so it has like the kitchenette, a little loft that you can go up into. It says it sleeps 6, and it's just gonna be me. My cousin, who was into roller coasters when we were kids, and we played a lot of the same video games and built roller coasters out of K'NEX and stuff. He may go. He's still a maybe. So him and his fiance. So I may have 2 other people, but has not been confirmed yet. I just told him, even if it's last minute and you decide to grab a couple of cheap, you know, tickets to Cleveland, I'll come pick you up. And then you just need to get your park tickets. And then that Friday day, well, if I get access to that special event, I don't assume he'll be interested in paying the extra money for that. So it's like that'll give him and his fiance an entire day without the third wheel to do whatever they want, and then one day for us to hang out together, you know. So anyway, that Thursday night, you know, just kind of hang out by the beach, probably do some vlogging when I get there, relax and hang out, and probably diamond paint, I would assume. I haven't figured out which kit I'm going to bring with me just yet. I'm assuming I'm going to bring Lotus with koi fish, I think is the name of the kit. I think that's the one I'm going to bring with me so I can work on it over the weekend, but we'll see. But yeah, probably diamond paint that night, hang out by the beach, maybe film a little beachside diamond painting session. We'll see. So yeah, do a little beachside diamond painting. I believe my cabin faces the water, so that'll be kind of cool. I can just do it on the porch there. If not, there'll be plenty of space in the cabin. So yeah, get some snacks and all that stuff on the way there. That way I have little snacky stuff in the kitchen. I'm thinking what I'll do is probably make my own small snack breakfast every morning. Before I go into the park. So I'll have that. Let's go this way. So that'll be Thursday. Maybe I'll put up, I always say I'm going to do stuff like this and I always forget. Maybe I'll put up a poll as we get closer to be like, which kit should I bring to Cedar Point? It can't be too big, but I don't mind bringing a new start either. Let's go. I'm gonna go this way. So yeah, maybe I'll pick like 3 or 4 potentials. I mean, that's right at the start of summer with the Masters, but I don't have any old Masters kits that are travel friendly, so none of those can come along, unfortunately. But yeah, so that'll be Thursday, and then on Friday, that's when the event, if I get event tickets, send good juju my way. If I get event tickets, then that'll be Friday. And that's a pretty early start in the morning. I think they start at like 7 or 8, maybe 8 o'clock. This way. So you get early access to a bunch of coasters in the morning. So they do like a little welcome, a little kickoff. You get access to a bunch of coasters in the morning before the park opens at 10, I think. Okay. Here we go. Here he goes. Okay. Go. Come here. Get in that water. Go. Was that it? That's all you had in you? Come here. Oh, you gonna shake on me? Oh my goodness. Come on, you don't need grass. Come on. Give me that. Good boy. You little water dog. Oh my goodness. Oh, you almost lost it. Oh, you're such a cutie patootie. I love ya. Come here. Let me see that. Come here. Let me see that. Ready? You ready? You gotta get it. It's gonna float away. Ready? Huh. Get it. Get it. Go, go, go. Good. Nice. Nice. Maybe that's how I can encourage him to go deeper in the water and swim a little bit. This current's moving pretty quick, so I wouldn't do that to him today, but maybe another time. Okay, I think I'm ready to keep moving. How about you? Now that you're sufficiently soaked. Let me see that. Yeah, let me see that. Let me see that. Nope, we're done. We're done with it. Come on. Those smaller twigs, I don't mind him playing with them for a little bit, but then he wants to start eating them. So I have to take them away. The bigger branches, he'll try to gnaw on them for like a minute, but then he usually just likes to carry them. Good boy. That was a good boy. Yeah. So yeah, do the welcome kickoff for Coaster Mania. Then do all the morning coasters. Won't have to worry about eating anything. Oh, here's a beaver dam. I don't see any romping around, but they're here. Oh, thank you. Let's go, sweetheart. Come on. Come on. I know you probably smell them, huh? So yeah, make little mini breakfasts at the hotel. That way I can just walk straight over to the park, walk right in the entrance. Don't have to worry about getting food or coffee or anything. Just have that all done. And then I can jam out on some coasters. I downloaded an app called Log Ride. And essentially it's where it's like a diamond painting logbook, except it's a roller coaster logbook. So when you ride on a coaster, complete a credit is what they call them. Then you go on this little thing and you just type in where you're at and which coaster you just rode, and it logs all of the coasters that you've ridden. So as you travel and do more, you can keep track of, and not just roller coasters, but like all the rides at every park. It has like a database of all of them. So yeah, you can do that. So I log all the coasters I can handle during Coaster Mania and just let the guide run that whole day. I have a feeling I'll probably ride all of the roller coasters at Cedar Point except for the like kiddie coasters. So I'll probably get an opportunity to ride 15 roller coasters that day, hopefully. And then stop at some point for lunch. And I got, well, I don't know if all meals are included with that specialty ticket. I'd probably just have to pay cash for my lunch that day. But then the dinner is provided on that little cruise. So that would be cool. And that would probably wrap up Friday. From what I understand, a lot of these coaster events are pretty heavy, you know, obviously it's a lot of people that are roller coaster enthusiasts. Come on, go, go, go. Don't jump on me. Don't jump on me. You're wet. You're wet. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? He's trying to find something to play keep away with. Okay. You can't jump on me. You're too wet and muddy. Go get your little paws in there. Good boy, good boy. Okay. Let's go. So, you know, a lot of roller coaster enthusiasts, people go every year. There is a group called, oh, geez, that scared me, that cough. There's a group called ACE, which who knows, we'll see how much I fall in love with this trip. And if this ends up being something that I pursue is going to various theme parks, then I may join. But it's called the American Coaster Enthusiasts. And it's just a bunch of old, just speaking from the demographics that I've seen, it's a Caucasian gentleman post 40s is usually who I see representing the American coaster enthusiasts. But they just go to theme parks and have special events and like meetups and stuff like that. So a good smattering of those folks are going to be there. And from what I understand, they typically do a lot of like after dinner, after event meetups and get-togethers and go to bars and hang out and stuff and just talk shop. So I'm hoping that I can participate in some of that stuff and maybe meet some roller coaster friends. And if this ends up being a thing for me to go to different parks throughout the year, then maybe I can coordinate it with some folks that are also going to various parks. So I started watching a lot of YouTube channels on like, or YouTube videos on like, so you're going to Cedar Point? This is what to expect and what to think about. And what to plan for and which rides to do in what order and all that stuff. So I've been watching one, I forget the name of the channel, but he lives in, I think, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Cedar Point is like his major park that he goes to. Go on, get in there. And so I've been watching his stuff a lot, and from what I understand, I've been watching some of his live streams and just kind of chit-chatting and stuff. And from what I understand, he's going to that event, so that's somebody that I'll at least be able to recognize and say hi to. So that'll be cool. But yeah, seems like these guys and gals like to party hardy after their day of riding roller coasters, so I might get to join in on some of that.
That's a beautiful dog.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, we'll get a chance to do that. And that'll probably be my Friday. I'm assuming I'm going to be pretty pooped after that day. And then Saturday, I will be at the park again. I got a regular park ticket, came with my hotel stay, and I got the meal plan with it. And so essentially that means I have unlimited Coca-Cola freestyle beverages, which you have no idea how excited I am for that. Let's go, can we go a different way? No. Children. So yeah, all the soda you can drink. So I'm gonna do all different blends of Diet Coke. I'm doing the ginger, doing the vanilla, doing the whatever they've got, strawberry Diet Coke. So you've got that. And I heard a tip that said they will offer you, when you go to pick up your meal plan pass, they will offer you a plastic refillable cup. And as much as I don't want to over waste or anything like that, and as much as the idea of just being able to refill a cup sounds promising, I've heard that the tip is to not do it. Get the disposable cups, otherwise you're going to be carrying that cup with you all day, and a lot of rides don't allow you to bring anything on the ride, and a lot of the rides make you pay for a locker at the line. So you have to shell out $5 just to put your plastic cup in a locker so you can ride a roller coaster. So they say get the disposable cups, that way if you need to, you can pitch it so you can get on a ride without hassle. So that's the game plan there. Look at this cute little waterfall coming out over here. Come here, let's go. Let's go check it out. It's really pretty. You're really pretty too. Yeah. What is it? What is it, little sniffy boy? You over it? Well, that was a nice picture. Okay, let's go. Come on. So I can do, Friday, wake up, and with the normal early access ticket, this way, that comes with my hotel room, you get an hour early access, which is 9 o'clock. So it's not going to be super early. I'll still be able to, quote unquote, sleep in a little, get a breakfast, and then head into the park. And then I kind of have a game plan for which rides I want to ride. Mainly I'm going to focus on the ones that I didn't get to go on the day before, if any. Start there, and then start going on some of the flat rides, which means like the Ferris wheel and like all the stuff that isn't roller coasters. Do that all day, the first half of the day. Get some lunch, which my meal pass allows you to eat once every 90 minutes if you wanted to. But I'm just gonna get lunch. And then after lunch, finish up any last rides that I need to ride to check off my list. And once that's done, then probably my last ride of that afternoon will be the water rides, because I want to just do the water rides once, get wet, ride those rides, and then go back to the hotel and freshen up, because I do not want to walk around the theme park for the rest of the day sopping wet and uncomfortable. So I figure I'll finish that first half of the day with sun, or whatever the weather is, with the water rides. Then I can go straight from there out to the beach and maybe spend a few hours just walking around, afternoon on the beach, go for a little swim, maybe film some stuff, maybe do a little walking tour of the perimeter of the park, go back to the hotel room, freshen up, change, and then head back into Cedar Point to do some nighttime roller coaster rides, probably rewriting some stuff that I already did. Of course, this is all in flux, who knows what it'll actually shake out to be. But that's kind of the soft plan. And then before the park closes or before food closes, go and use my meal ticket to get dinner, and either eat it there depending on how I'm feeling. I could also see maybe some people from Coaster Mania also spending the whole weekend there. So if I meet any folks, then maybe this will also change. But this is kind of solo plans. Either eat it there or take it back to the hotel room. Take my meal back to the hotel room and just hang out. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
It looks like he's a little shy.
Yeah, he is. Say hi.
Okay. It's okay. Maybe I just tried to put it like that.
Good boy. Good job. You're okay. Yeah, you're okay.
He's a fluffy dog.
Yeah, he's super fluffy. Very hairy.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay. What? Did you just make a new friend? Yeah, you did. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Alternate plan. I'm going to be looking into the nightlife of Sandusky, which I heard is hit and miss. Might be some cool places to go, but a lot of it's going to be bar based. So we'll see how that shakes out for me. But an alternate plan, instead of holing up in the lighthouse and diamond painting and eating my theme park dinner, would be to go out on the town for a little bit, hang out, enjoy the nightlife, and then come back to the park that night. So we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out for me. Could go either way. And then Sunday is my last day there. I have a park ticket for that day too. I booked one of the latest flights out of Cleveland that I could, which I believe was like 9 or 10 o'clock. And from what I understand, the Cleveland airport is not one of those airports where I need to give myself 2.5 hours to get through security and stuff. So from what I understand, as long as I get there an hour before my flight, I should be good, especially that late at night. So as long as I get back to Sandusky back to Cleveland around 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I should be good. So that gives me pretty much an entire day at the park again. And so what I'm thinking I might do is do the same thing, early entry in the morning, which I'll, as part of my package, and the meal plan. Eat breakfast, do the same thing, get into the park. Maybe just focus on my favorite rides of the whole trip, and try to get another 1 or 2 rounds of my favorite rides from the whole trip in, just kind of a highlights reel. And then I'll probably use that time to do a full walkthrough of the entire park for a vlog on that final day, since I won't be feeling pressured to like get in rides and get in lines. You know, I can kind of just meander. I'd love to find little hidden things, little hidden gems within the park, like maybe a cool statue or a plaque, or, you know, a little hidden gift shop or a little hidden something. You know, I want to spend a good amount of time just kind of wandering without a specific purpose, because I think the days before that are either going to be planned by a tour guide or going to be very regimented of like, okay, this coaster, then this one, then the line looks lower on this one, you know, like, you know, when you go on trips, especially, at least for me, I tend to have a schedule. So I want just kind of a free day to roam, and I think that'll be the best day to film the inside of the park, because I won't be stressed to get in lines for rides, and I can take all my camera equipment in and not have to worry about putting it in a locker, because the other days I'll most likely just have my phone. And even then, I'll have to have my phone, because that's how you pay for food and stuff. And I think they put your pass on the app. So I'd just like to have my phone and my watch for the first 2 days. And then that Sunday, I'll bring my camera and my harness and the mics and all that stuff, and do an actual like walkthrough. So I think that'll be fun. I have a feeling that's only going to take half the first part of the day. First few hours of the day. So I figure I'll grab lunch. I'll have already checked out, so I just will go and get, you know, just load everything into my car and then go to the park. So all I'll have to do is hop in the car and head out. Now, the first plan of attack is to just do a half day at the park. Maybe, probably not even enjoy the beach, because I won't have anywhere to shower after. Get back in the car and head back to Cleveland, and potentially, oh my gosh, these geese have their little ducklings. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, I hope you can see the geese with their little geeslings. Oh my God. Apollo, what is that? One little family, one couple. Their little geeslings are a little bit bigger. They must be slightly older. And then the couple on the left, they've got just little baby chicks. How cute. Let's go this way so we don't bother them. So yeah, that plan A would be to just do a half day at the park, hop in the car, drive back into Cleveland with, you know, hours to kill, essentially. Okay, come on. I don't know what that was, but you don't need it. And try to find some historical sites or something in Cleveland that is either just general historical or art based, or something I can tie into Summer with the Masters, because I'll be right at the beginning of co-hosting that. So that might be a really good video for my July video, is to vlog a museum or museums or places of interest that can tie into Old Masters artwork. So that's kind of my soft plan, plan A, potential A for that trip. Now, if I end up doing some research and can't find enough stuff to tie into Old Masters, or it just isn't going to make sense, then I'll most likely just spend the rest of the day at the park. Get my money's worth at the park, leave there around 6, just ride as many more rides as I can, hang out, vlog some more, all that good stuff, and then go straight to the airport and go home. So we'll see. But I would love to, I don't know if I'll ever go to Cleveland again unless I go to Cedar Point again. But I wouldn't have a specific reason to go to Cleveland again. So there's a chance, if I can take that opportunity to enjoy some sights and scenery or what there is to see there in Cleveland, I'd love to check it out. So I think I might have asked about this in a previous vlog, but if you do know, and there might be a comment that has already answered this for me that I just haven't read yet, but if you do know, if you live in the Cleveland area, or if you know the area and you know of some good places where I could find some art from 1928 or earlier, that's fairly easily accessible within the city or surrounding area, I'd love to check it out, or at least get your recommendations. Also, if you happen to live in the Cleveland area and you want to do a little crafty meetup and come with me to one of these places, or just meet for coffee or something in the afternoon, a little diamond painting meetup, let me know. I will be there. That would be Sunday the 9th of June would be that afternoon, probably like 3 p.m. or later, until approximately 7 at night is when I would be free to meet up. If I do find a lot of museums and stuff to explore, then I may even leave the park even earlier, just depending on museum hours, especially on a Sunday. So that could also play a factor into it. But yeah, either way, let me know, and I'll try to do some research. So yeah, that would be Sunday. Like I said, alternate plan would just be to stay at Cedar Point until I have to leave to make it to the airport and then go home. And my flight doesn't get back into Denver until, because I ended up, the only way I could get a late flight out is to do a layover. I forget where the layover is at, but I don't get home until like 2 a.m. But I don't care. I wanted to have as much time at the park as possible, and if I was going to pay for a park ticket, or just as much time as possible there in Cleveland potentially. So that was all I could do. Otherwise, all the other ones were like, oh, your flight leaves at 3. Look at these dams. That's crazy. These little beaver dens. Your flight leaves at 3 on Sunday, and I'm like, okay, that means I'm gonna have to leave the park by like 1 because of the hour drive, maybe earlier. It's like there's no point in even getting a park pass at that point. So I was like, I don't want to have a whole day of just travel, no fun, So I got a park pass for that Sunday. So did the late flight to make it worth it. But yeah, I won't get home till super early in the morning. But I did plan ahead on that, and I took Monday off of work. So I don't have to turn around and be at work in, 4 or 5 hours. I have all of Monday off, which will be nice. So yeah, and I also took the day before off. And sorry to backtrack, but I took the day before the trip off, so I have that Wednesday before off, and the Tuesday. Anytime I do these, even though I am salaried, I do appreciate this about my job. Even though I am salaried, because I'm working these extra hours in evenings and on weekends to do these events, my boss was like, keep track of it all. How many extra out of office hours or outside of office hours you're working, and you can tack that, just keep track of it, however long the events are, keep track of it, and you can tack that on to a long weekend. You can tack that on to, look at these ducks, they're cute. You can tack that onto a long weekend. You can tack it onto an upcoming vacation, whatever you want to do. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll have pretty much, we'll see, by the time vacation comes around, I may just have all of Tuesday off too. But as it stands, I'll have like closer to like a half day off on Tuesday. So I'll have half a day on Tuesday, all of Wednesday to pack and prep and just get life together, kiss Apollo a bajillion times. And then Thursday, my flight, leave for Ohio. So yeah, it's so funny because like this is such an exciting trip for me and like something I have an odd interest in. And there's other places, of course, in the world that I want to go. Like I plan on going to Korea. I plan on taking some big like international trips. But this is also just as exciting for me. It's Ohio and it's a theme park, which does not get a lot of people excited. Like a couple of friends that I know just got back from, I think, Nepal. And so everyone's been like, oh, so-and-so and so-and-so just got back from Nepal and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, cool. Well, I'm going to Sandusky. So it's, apples to apples. But it's just, we all have our things. But yeah, so Monday I'll be able to just sleep and recuperate and regroup. And then I'm back at it on Tuesday. And then I have the entire following, maybe there's a week in between there. Nope, there's not. I have the entire following week off for my birthday is on the 22nd. We have Juneteenth off at work, which I believe is a Wednesday. Yeah. And then I have my flex day, meaning I have every other Friday off. So I have that Friday off. So I already had Wednesday and Friday off that week. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday off and just have the whole week. So I'm really only working like 2 weeks in June, which feels weird because I typically don't take long vacations or long gap or lengths of time off like that. But I think it'll be good, especially since work is picking up a little bit. So yeah. Okay, let's see what we're looking like battery-wise. Oh, we're looking good. So yeah, that's kind of the full game plan. Ooh, also I told Joe I was interested in having dinner, so I may need to, let's see what he said. He said he just ordered ramen. He's gonna head home. So he just got back from Rhode Island. He went to go visit his family. That's where they're from. He just got back earlier today and then had to go to work. So he's just saying, I just got ramen, and he hasn't really been sleeping when he was traveling. He's just gonna go home, crawl in a hole, and die. That's his quote. So, because I told him, I was like, I'm really feeling Indian food today, or Nepalese or something. I just want some tiki masala at the end of the day. Come on, let's go. I really want some tikka masala, so I might just do a solo mission, or I'll just figure something else out. But anyway, that means that I don't have to rush back to the car, which we're not far from. We're just taking it easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, 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 hey. I have to be careful over here with him jumping into the bushes and stuff because we're starting to warm up, which means snakes. So I just have to be cautious of, he doesn't know any better. So yeah, that's my plan. And my birthday plans, I don't really have any big plans. I'm most likely going to do a short road trip with Apollo, probably somewhere here in Colorado. And if the weather permits, we'll probably do camping, maybe the weekend before. And then probably just a lot of diamond painting and hanging out, a couple day trips here and there. And then I talked to a couple of friends about doing a roller skating birthday party this year. So I think we're gonna go to the roller rink, and I need to book it, but book a private birthday room and get the pizzas and the cakes and cake and the hat and do a whole roller skating birthday party this year. And then that weekend, my actual birthday on the 22nd, will be Waterworld again. So I think we're going to make that an annual tradition. Do you think we should go? Because this will probably shoot us back to the car. Let's try to find a longer route. Kind of nice that we're the only ones out in this little marshy area. Come on. So that's kind of upcoming plans as far as my summer with the masters. I guess, yeah, let's get into diamond painting now, and then we'll finish up with content creation / how skincare is going if we have time. But diamond painting wise, I honestly don't have a lot to provide you. I'll just say that none of my other whips have been touched since the last time we spoke, other than Gizmonda from Jaded Gem Shop. It's Alphonse Mucha panel, and it was a poster art for the theatrical performance play Gizmonda, which was starring Sarah Bernhardt. And it's a 60 by 180 centimeter round drill canvas with 50 colors, no enhancements or anything like that. And yeah, I am 85%, we'll say 80% done with it. I'm getting close. I'm getting close to being finished. And the fact that at the time of filming this, I think, today's the last day of the month. How do I not know this? No. Oh my gosh. Oh, fine. Allow whatever, whenever you want. Yeah, tomorrow is the 1st. So yeah, I have a feeling I'll be able to finish it in the next 2 weeks. I'm getting to some bigger sections of color blocking, but there are also a lot of sections of confetti, but I think the worst is behind me, and I have a decent amount of color blocking now that I get to do on either side of her figure. So that should move relatively quickly. So yeah, I'm shocked that it's only taken me this long to get this kit done. I will chalk it up to the fact that it is a round drill, and the quality of Jaded Gem Shop stuff is very high, so I don't have to worry too much about fussing with things. Whoops, we've got someone coming this way, so let's go back the way we came. So yeah, I'm not having to fuss with things too much, and I've just been diamond painting pretty much a lot of evenings. And after work, if I have time, spending an hour or two daily on getting some diamond painting done. So things are moving quickly on that kit. It's the largest diamond painting I've ever finished, and the fact that I might be able to get it done in like 6 weeks is kind of crazy, because there's been kits that are smaller that have taken me a year to do. But yeah, it's been moving really smoothly, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I spent some time over this past weekend. I just looked up on YouTube Gizmonda and just some general information about Alphonse Mucha, and I had no idea how close Alphonse Mucha was to Sarah Bernhardt and how integral his artwork was in her career and vice versa. They were very tightly woven as friends and as creatives. And so it really shocked me. I had no idea, how big of a role they played in each other's careers. And not only that, Gizmonda was the first of, was the very first of one of those panel kind of tall, long style pieces of artwork that Alphonse Mucha did. Prior to that, he was mainly doing illustrations for various companies and wasn't really working independently. And Sarah Bernhardt called her production company, or the company that was going to be putting out the promotional posters and marketing for for Gizmonda, and she was in a panic. And I'll just briefly discuss it, but anyway, so she was in a panic because she wanted artwork for this release to go around Paris, and it just so happened that the person that usually does that stuff was unavailable. So Alphonse Mucha was like the last minute like choice, like let's just see what he can do, and it ended up being huge for both of them. But that's kind of his first one. The other thing, fun note, is the image that I found of Gizmonda on WikiArt. I did not know that it was for a play. I just saw the image that was there, the artwork, and I was like, I love this. Jade, can you do it? Little did I know that the image that I had found was not the complete picture. The actual full-size panel has the title of the play at the top, Gizmonda, in big letters, and it is cut off from the image that that Jade ended up putting into production, which is my fault because I didn't know it was incomplete at the time. So now when I work on it, I'm kind of bummed because now I know that it's not a complete image. So what I may do is ask Jade to do some fancy footwork with her editing and take the original full-size image with the title Gizmonda and just crop that portion out of it, the very top, and turn it into a diamond painting, just that top, so I can work on it as a separate project and then stitch the two together once that's done, because I would prefer to have the complete panel. But I've been looking into Muka's other panels for these plays. This is also something I need to tell Jade before, let her get ahead of it. But I think a series of those panels that he did for Sarah Bernhardt, because he did them for pretty much all of her theatrical performances and tours from that point on, from Gizmonda on. And so they're all, for the most part, big old panels, but they're all focused on her different plays. And so they have different themes. She plays a male in a couple of them. And so they're just completely different themes, but they're all in that panel. So they're almost like his seasons panels, but they're all Sarah Bernhardt in her different plays and where they're being shown either in Europe or the US. So I think that would make a great series is these play panels, because they're gorgeous. There's one that's a little bit more Japanese inspired that is stunning. Like color palettes are different, like there's so much variety. I think even more variety than like your typical Alphonse Mucha seasons or all that stuff. They're more varied, more interesting, because they're not based off of a core concept like Flowers or Seasons. It's specific to a play, so the themes of the play and the emotions of the play are kind of what guides him in the style. So they're much more varied, but they're still the same shape and kind of layout. It's a long panel with Sarah Bernhardt as whatever character. Let's go this way. So I think there's 8 of them, I think, total of the main ones. Of course, he did a number of variations on them, but she used a lot of the same artwork when she was touring plays in different locations. She'd use all Alphonse Mucha art. So that's kind of how he took off, is thanks to Sarah Bernhardt. And then, she was just, portrayed in these beautiful ways, in these really stunning, kind of never before seen kind of marketing. And so she was already kind of a starlet of her time and a celebrity of her time, but, it just kind of helped bolster her appeal and mystique, is just these stunning images. So anyway, so that's the only kit that I've been working on. All my other whips, no progress, nothing, no other whips I've been touching. Once Gizmonda is done, I'll finish up Jaded Jamboree, if there is any left, depending on when I finish. I'll finish it up by continuing to work on my custom of Apollo. So I'll keep working on that. Okay, we're not going to talk about skincare today because we just don't have time. Yeah, we've been going 80 minutes. I need to reapply sunscreen. So anyway, and yeah, it's time. It's time. We've done just under 3 miles. Are you gonna poop again? You look like you're gonna poop again. Let's go. Get out of the brush. Come on. It's time to go. So no whips there. No other projects going, just that one. I'm not burnt out by any means. But this is one of the longest spells I've gone with only working on a single kit. And I like variety in my life. I like swapping it up and doing squares or something with more color blocking. But I really wanted to get this project complete. And it has been keeping my interest for the most part. Like, I haven't felt so over it that I'm like, okay, I'm setting it aside and grabbing something else. I've never gotten to that point, but the past couple times I've sat down to work on it, I'm like, okay, this is this has been a lot. But I think it's the color palette I really like. I like the artwork. I've been enjoying learning about it. And most likely I will, once I finish that kit, I will most likely film a finish and review, but most likely for my first Summer with the Masters video in June will be a retrospective story about Alphonse Mucha, maybe briefly covering his life up until he meets Sarah Bernhardt, and then his Sarah Bernhardt era and beyond, because that's really where his style kind of takes off, and that the whole Alphonse Mucha panel thing becomes a thing is when he starts when he's commissioned to work on Sarah Bernhardt's pieces. So I think it'd be cool to tell that story. It's far more in-depth and interesting than I thought it was. I've been learning a lot about that, and it'll just be really cool. It'd be really cool. And it might encourage me to order another Sarah Bernhardt panel from Jaded Gem Shop to potentially use later on in Summer with the Masters, maybe in July. So we'll see. I'm really liking them. I want to hang pretty much what I'll probably have hung up in the house is all old Masters, unless it's in my room. I do have an Ivy Dollamore hung up in my room, but in the main part of the house, I could see all old Masters. Right now we have one Alphonse Mucha and one Henry Clive hanging, and then once Gizmonda is done, there's already a spot for that in the dining room, and then we just cleared a spot for Chasm of the Colorado by Thomas Moran in the living room. Who knows when I'll ever get to that, but yeah, so we'll see. That might change in the future, but right now, short-term plans, my next upcoming Old Masters kits that I want to get done already all have spots in the house. So, oh, and I have masks from W.T. Benda hung up in the kitchen. So, so yeah, that's kind of that. Finish up with Apollo's. Oh, I have treats for him. Come here. You want a treat? Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. Sit down. There you go. Minnows. Yum. Fishy boy. Fishy boy. You want to do one last loop so we don't have people following us? So yeah, that's my only whip. Projects that I have kitted up, not started, I don't even know anymore. A couple, I think. Once I get my head on straight and kind of regroup after Gizmonda's done and take stock of where everything's at, then I'll be able to list them off by heart. But I kitted up All Is Vanity. No? Have I kitted that up? See, that's where I'm at in life. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I might have kitted up All Is Vanity. Maybe not. I don't know. I definitely kitted up the Lotus. Yes, I kitted up the Lotus and Koi Fish project because I do want to start on that after Gizmonda is done, just as a little side project. I also would like to get done Harbor Lights by Dominic Davidson, but that's a massive kit too. So who knows? But yeah, so I've got a bunch of stuff going on in the background. As far as purchasing diamond paintings, I don't think I've purchased anything since the last time we spoke. Yeah, I don't think so. The last kit that I purchased was called Respire by Ivy Dollamore, which I think was about a month ago when that was released. I know there's been multiple Ivy Dollamore kits that have released since then, but I guess this is a good thing to kind of wrap it up with, just kind of final musings. But I will say that I think I've hit at least a temporary, if not permanent, permanent limit, or I've hit my ceiling on diamond paintings. And I know I've said that in the past, like I'm going to slow things down, and then, you know, another Ivy Dollamore comes out that I'm really interested in or whatever. But unless I'm getting something specific for an event that I'm like co-hosting, or, you know, feel really intent on supporting a specific small shop, like I do plan on getting a new Creativity Squirrel kit at some point. And then, like, for instance, I got another Old Masters from Diamond Painting Shop just because I wanted to show Rosa some love. So stuff like that I'll probably do from time to time, but when it comes to just like, you buy every one of this thing because you like this thing, I just kind of hit my breaking point on that, and I feel very overwhelmed by the amount of diamond paintings I have in my stash, and I don't plan on destashing. I love them all, but I think I've just kind of hit a point where I'm like, you know what? I think I can just, you know, I'm just gonna work on the stuff I have, especially with all of these massive Old Masters kits that I have. Like, you know, Garden of Earthly Delights is probably gonna take me a year to complete just by itself. The Last Supper will most likely take me a year and a half to complete just that one kit. And you know, I've got other massive canvases and stuff that I do want to work on that I know will take me a year to complete at least. Maybe less if it's the only kit I'm working on the whole year, but probably not by too much, you know? And so it's just kind of the realization of you're collecting just for the sake of saying you have it, and sure, you might do it eventually, but yeah, it just got to be too much. And I think I have enough variety, I have enough of everything that I don't think I'll ever feel like I'm going without, you know, or feeling like I missed out on XYZ. Like if you were to ask me what all of the Ivy Dollamore kits that I've been missing out on over the past few weeks, I couldn't even name them. But in the moment, it's like, I must have that. And now I can't even recall what they were, what they look like, you know. I think there was one with a couple walking over a mountain, kind of night sky with like, I don't know if it was like some kind of telescope. I forget what the name of like major telescopes are, but it gave me Big Island in Hawaii vibes. I know there's a really is it Hubble? No, I don't know. Anyway, some sort of giant observatory is there in Hawaii, like up in the mountains, and that's the vibe that it gave me, and I was like, I love that so much, but I still didn't get it. But that's really the only one that I can recall. Come on, let's go. So yeah, I'm just kind of, yeah, between that and just kind of how I've been feeling about, you know, filming right now, I just really like to just do the craft, and I've just got so much. I've filled an entire shelf in the garage at the new place, and I'm like, I can't ask my roommates to move some stuff. That way I can keep amassing diamond paintings unnecessarily. Like, this is just crazy. So, and seeing how many, when I moved, I put all of my diamond paintings in the garage. And then as I was purchasing new ones, I hadn't taken them to the garage yet because I hadn't added them to my tracker. So they were just sitting in the dining room. And I had probably about 20 diamond paintings sitting in the dining room by the time I moved them to the garage a few weekends ago. And I'm like, that's just since February that I've amassed this many, you know? And I've completed one since I've moved into this new place. So I think it just finally kind of settled in, like this has just gotten out of hand and it's kind of silly at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna just work on what I have. No intention on buying anything. I kind of stopped looking at the Diamond Art Club website in general, and just kind of let it pass on by. And unless I get a wild hair to support a shop that I haven't, handed over my credit card information to in a while, I think that's just gonna kind of be how it is. I've got enough diamond paintings to not only work on but create content for let's say, I want to say a decade, and that might sound crazy, like that's such a big number, but that is probably a realistic number. If I was to start working on stop purchasing kits and only just work through my stash and finish every single one that I have in my stash, let's say 8 to 10 years of content and projects before I'd run out. And I just know in my heart, sure, this might be a craft that I continue doing for that long, but I just, like, let's just be real here, And so that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'd rather spend that money on experience. Like, that's such a millennial thing of me to say. I want to spend my money on experiences, but I do want to travel more. I want to be able to just be like, you know what? We're going to Silver Dollar City this weekend. But I'm just getting a ticket. We're going. And I want to be able to do more stuff like that. And if I'm spending $100, $120 a week just on Diamond Art Club, because I usually get 2 kits per order, it's just not practical, and it doesn't set me up to do all the other things that I want to do, and then I'm just stuck in this cycle of, I don't know, I'm over it. And I'm not over diamond painting, but I'm just over, it's feeling more and more frivolous the more and more that my stash grows. And so even though I am not about telling people to reduce their stash, and I am, I'm the last person that would tell anybody that they shouldn't be spending money on diamond paintings, but it's just a personal choice. And like I said, things might change. I still have kits from Jade that I'd love to get. I just mentioned earlier another Alphonse Mucha panel, and maybe another Sarah Bernhardt. So there's still going to be purchases here and there. It's just that like weekly, just default to go to Diamond Art Club every Saturday morning and plunk down $150 every week because they just won't quit with the Ivy Dollamores, which once again, not a bad thing, but it's just, I'm overwhelmed by the amount of purchasing that I was doing, and I feel kind of buried under a pile of diamond paintings right now, and that puts me in the mood to we're gonna press pause. So who knows, once again, I will still be picking up some stuff from time to time, probably mainly from small shops or customs that I want done. But just picking up some stuff here and there from time to time, but just enjoying what I have and being thankful that I have such a big stash that I can stop buying for 8 to 10 years and not run out, and still have stuff to choose from, and just kind of be happy in that, and not have that FOMO of like, ooh, a Yume Art's gonna sell out, or an Ivy Dollamore is gonna sell out. It's just, I think I'm past that. So I think so. We'll see. But now I'm immediately backtracking. There is one kit that if Diamond Art Club releases it, I would buy it. And it's the image that I sent to them for licensing. It's called Apocalyptic Garden by Ivy Dollamore. I sent that to them for licensing a couple of voting rounds ago, or a few months ago, and then it popped up in voting a couple months ago. So if that ever becomes available, like next year or the year after that, whenever I see that, if it did make it through voting, of course I will get that, because That's probably my favorite Ivy Dolomore image, but I don't really have any other specifics from my favorite artist that I'm like, this way. Sorry, everyone, battery died. We'll just pop up here to wrap things up. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to put it, like, I feel like, once again, it's, you know, us as humans, black and white, yes or no, all or nothing, no gray area. So yeah, I'm not trying to put I'm never buying diamond paintings again. I'm not like, you know, I'm not trying to provide any of those connotations. I'm just trying to, I'm just sharing that I feel overwhelmed and burdened by the amount of money I've spent on diamond paintings and the amount of diamond paintings that I have just sitting around. I feel overwhelmed and burdened by that. And so it's time to just enjoy what I have and not worry about amassing more. And that might change in the future. You know, maybe I'll get, you know, 2 more finishes done and be like, oh, wow, what a weight off my shoulders. I can buy another 30. Who knows? But where I am today, I'm just a little over it. I'm a little over having all these diamond paintings around. And, you know, if I could do it all over again, I would probably... If I could do it all over again, I wish I would have discovered Old Masters pieces first and been introduced to Old Masters diamond paintings and become just fully in love with working on big, long-term Old Masters projects that I'm super duper proud of, because that's kind of where I am today, and not really have amassed so much more modern digital art. Not that it's bad. I love a lot of it, but I know where my heart is, and my heart is with Old Masters pieces. Big Old Masters pieces. You know, have a stash of some of those and have, you know, these year-long or half-year or multi-month projects it's a lot of work. It does make me feel a little like towards the end of a big old project like this, I'm like, all right, enough's enough. But I feel like I keep coming back to them. I never feel like I want to give up on a project or bail on anything or get bored or burnt out. You know, I may need to pace myself, but I never get completely over it, as long as the quality's good. And I just love the feeling of finishing a big old project like Medusa or, you know, Winter, my other Alphonse Mucha. You know, I'm really finding a lot of joy in the Old Masters, and I think that's probably, if I had to do it again, or a different Anthony would just be working on these epic pieces and share a finish and review twice a year, you know, and live mainly on Instagram and do some vlogs here and there. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But we're coming back up on the car. I'll let you go. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye. 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 Come say bye. Come say bye. Come here. You have to say goodbye to me. Hop up. Not me. You have to say bye to them. Can you shake at least? Apollo. Hey, can you shake? Good boy. One more minnow. One more minnow for the boy. Yeah. Oh, I love you. Okay, let's go.